Welcome everybody, my name is Shadow. This is a Planet Coaster career mode video that I have made. You can kind of think of it as sort of a walkthrough. If your idea of playing through career mode is actually doing a lot of detail work and not just plopping things down just to get done and try to finish it as fast as possible. But if you actually are interested in how to do a decent looking park. Now, obviously, you can use your own creative expressions on this. That is certainly acceptable. But this is just how I did it myself and how I plan on going through career mode. So if this is something that interests you, then tune in because I am going to be doing more of these videos as we play through the rest of career mode. So I've already finished all of the pirate ones. I didn't do any videos for that, but I really like the second set of scenarios for career mode, which is Amelia's Parks. The first one being the Great Tree, which is the one that we are in right now. One of the first things that I knew that I needed, because I did kind of play around with this before I actually started, was that we knew we needed stalls, we needed bathroom stalls, we needed shops, because they're going to get thirsty, they're going to get hungry, and they're going to need bathrooms. We're also going to need some rides as well. So I plopped down the Rocktopus, as you can see here. The Rocktopus is a great ride. It gets a lot of visitors. Set your entry fee on it down to around $4 to $4.50. You can make a lot of money doing that. Too high and the peeps, they just won't ride it. So also go over there and check the Magic Twirl or whatever it's called as well. Set that one for about the same price. And most of your flat rides are going to be about that price as well. The Hyperspin, that's another one that I really liked. I'll come back to that in a second. Let's go back to how I did the shops though. So the shops that I placed down are actually prefabs that are in the game, but I placed them in a manner that they all fit together to make one gigantic building. Now this also helps out. I mean, you could just put down just the stall itself, just a square little thing that is just the bathroom or the drink stall or whatever. But remember, in this scenario, to get your bronze star and the rest of them, you have to have scenery ratings of a certain point. I think the first one is 100. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is 100. So in order to get that, you're going to need scenery. You can place down a bunch of trees, a bunch of rocks. It's not going to help. You're going to need a lot more than that. And since these prefabs are actually great for scenery as well, and they made the kind of the entrance area to this little section here just awesome looking. We kind of did like a little center court, like a little village, and like a little fantasy village, I guess you could say. And I loved how it turned out, as you guys can see here. Now, I also upgraded my staff members there too, so they could help out with a lot more people. But I already had a little bit of money before I went into doing that, so there we go. That's me setting all my prices and everything to make sure that everything is good. So I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time, from just trying this out myself, $4 to $4.50 is a great price to set for your flat rides and things like that. I also think I set the prices on the burgers and everything else there in the stalls, but I can't remember what I set those to, so I don't really remember. Didn't really matter much on that. They were just buying it left and right anyway as far as the drink stalls. So here you'll see, I'm just trying to beautify the area here and make it look kind of cool looking, and this is how I plan to play career mode, as I was saying. Again, I'm not just going to plop stuff down just for the sake of getting whatever stars I need. I want it to look good, and I kind of go about my own pace of doing that. And this is what I kind of am working with, so you have to work with what you got. This scenario has a gigantic tree right in the middle of it, which is absolutely beautiful and shows off really what you can do with just the terraforming. Where the witches twirl or whatever it is over there is, I'm not fond of that area. It is kind of cool looking, but it's not very realistic. Of course, neither is a gigantic tree, but I eventually went and just filled that up with water, which you can do. You can totally do that. And I thought the water made it look better and a little more realistic. So, yeah. One of the next things I did here is let's go back to talking about the Hyperspin. The Hyperspin is one of my favorite flat rides. And I think of it more of as a fair ride. I can't think of any amusement park that actually has a Hyperspin that is an actual theme park. Well, maybe Cannon Park. It's been a while since I've been there. They may still have one. I think they had one when I was younger. The reason I've not been to Cannon Park in a while is because I just haven't had my tetanus shot and don't feel like coming down with any kind of, deathly ill disease by visiting the park. Anybody who knows anything about Cannon Park knows exactly what I'm talking about. Its golden days are pretty much over. I wouldn't be surprised if the park closes within the next few years permanently, unless they find another buyer. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So the next thing I wanted to do here is I knew to get my Silver Star, I needed a coaster that had 5 seconds of airtime. You can plop down a prefab in this. You can probably find something on the Steam Workshop that will probably work. None of the prefabs in the game actually have 5 seconds of airtime, and I couldn't really find a good one on the Steam Workshop that I liked with a great design. So I thought the best thing, and this is probably up to you as well, you can definitely do this, you want to do a custom design. And the custom design is the best way to go, because for a coaster with this much airtime, you're going to have a lot of hills. And a great way to get a lot of hills is a typical classic out and back coaster. Something like, well, the Racer at Kings Island, which is an awesome coaster. You can do it with like something else, but this is the best way to do it because it basically starts off, it's just a huge lift hill that has a bunch of smaller hills after that, a turnabout, and then into a few more hills with some bunny hops and then back in the station. That's pretty much what an out and back coaster is. And I stretched it from one side of the park all the way to the other. So it's really, really long. We got a lot of airtime off this. In fact, I didn't just get the 5 seconds of airtime off this coaster. I doubled it. I got 10 seconds of airtime on this thing. And it looks fantastic too. I love how it came out. I think you guys will agree once I finish it here. I still got to go back and like smooth it and do banking and stuff, which you'll see in a minute. But I think you guys will also agree with me that this coaster turned out to be just beautiful, absolutely stunning. It hit all the marks where it needed to. It didn't take up a lot of space other than just from one side of the park to the other, but it still left a lot of space if you want to build behind it or anything like that. If you're interested, if you're not a great coaster designer and you prefer prefabs or Steam Workshop coasters in your parks and you don't want to build anything yourself, if you are looking just to get through this scenario and you're having trouble trying to build a coaster that will get through this scenario, the link for my coaster will be in the details below in the video. You can go over to the Steam Workshop, download this, add it to your stuff, and then just, when you're playing through it, when you're ready, just add it. I took out a $10,000 loan to build it as quick as possible because I knew that a good coaster will bring a lot of revenue, a lot more visitors into the park, and that is the way to go. So I wanted to build it before I even finished the Bronze Star and go from there. Just because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with scenery, and this was a great way to do it because I could figure out where everything was going to go and build it. Here you can see I'm actually smoothing this out. So, I kind of wanted a banked turn kind of over here, and that looks beautiful. It really does. So again, guys, if you're interested, download this from me. Also, upvote it if you appreciate it. And this coaster can't just be used just for this scenario. You can use it in any park you're working on. If you think it's just like a great design and you like it, then definitely put it in your parks. Give me a shout out. I would love to see, what you guys do with it. If you make any changes to it, I would love to know. And just upvote it in general, and I would love to see some downloads for it. Most of my stuff that I've added to the workshop doesn't get a whole lot of downloads. I'm okay with that. I appreciate you guys that are doing it, though, that are giving me those subscriptions and stuff to my items. I do it just because I love the game, so that's just how it is. All right, so there we go. That is going to be the coaster that we needed for the Silver Star. Now, the last thing I had to do here, there you see me adding the water. See how much nicer the water looks than just that giant pit? I don't know, maybe some of you guys like the giant pit. I thought the water looks better, and it looks more realistic. Just, that's my opinion anyway. So, I forgot where I was. Don't you hate when you do that? When you're on a thought and you lose that thought? This is what I do when I make my videos. I'm not the greatest at this. But, yeah, okay, so this is my little kind of walkthrough, as I was saying. I'm going to go ahead and cut out and just let the rest of it finish up with what you can see, you know, how I do my scenery, what that stuff I add. I kind of thought, as far as scenery on the coaster, because, I mean, I'm not doing it just yet. You'll just see me kind of designing the queue line there. But I kind of thought, you know, this is a fantasy park. This is a huge coaster. Let's do something like a dragon theme. So I ended up kind of moving around my queue lines a little bit and putting in like a sleeping dragon down there at the entrance to it and just kind of working with that. A few other things. Rapunzel's tower I added in the background was also a great way to get my scenery rating up as well. You guys will see that here in a little while as well. At this point, it's just a matter, I've got everything I needed to get my bronze star other than the scenery and even my silver star. All I had to do was just start adding scenery, which is what you're seeing now. Trees, you could add a ton of trees. It won't make a difference. It's only going to move you up a little bit. You really got to do the buildings and stuff. I had downloaded a bunch of prefabs from some awesome designers like The Lady Designer, Lasny, Dr. Papadopoulos. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I can't. If I don't have it in front of me, I can't pronounce it. So I butchered it, and I apologize. You can see, though, I mean, the care that I take. I mean, this is just career mode, but me, this is how I play. I take so much detail and care into doing this. Not like, you know, Silver Red or any of those guys, Free the Bear. I've seen their videos, and they are so detailed, I don't even know how they come up with this stuff. But me, I just kind of work with what I have. I have great ideas in my head. I just don't know how to get them onto the game. That's my problem. I can't see the pieces and how they fit together like they do. So, yeah. I'm just going to head out here, guys. I'm going to leave you with the rest of the video just to finish off. You guys can see where I put my scenery, and we will get our bronze star here by the end of the video. If you guys are enjoying this, let me know if it's helping you to try to finish this scenario. Let me know. I want to hear all your comments. Good, bad, I don't care. Just comment, upvote if you want, downvote if you want. And, you know, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And I will have another one of these videos next week. And I can't wait to see you guys then. I am posting 3 videos a week now. Mondays, Wednesdays. This one was supposed to be up yesterday. It's running a little late. So I'm going to say Friday or Saturday for my 3rd video of the week. If I can get to 200 followers, I will do a video a day. That is my promise to you. Help me get to 200 followers. Help me get my views up. And I will do a video every single day once we hit 200 followers. We're at 70 right now, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. Even if some of you guys aren't even coming back and watching any of my videos anymore, if you're not even using your YouTube account or anything, I don't care. I appreciate just that you hit that subscribe button to begin with. So this is Shadow. I'm signing out. You're going to see the bronze star pop up any minute now, and that will be the end of the first section of this. I will do another video next week. You'll see the next part of this where we hit our silver star, and that's it. Thanks a lot, guys.